Hello, guys. Welcome to what I believe is going to be a new series. This is the Stanley Parable. I've always wanted to play this game. I know it's been around for a long time, but I've been wanting to play this game for years. Pretty much ever since I saw the first game, like the first form of it come out. So let's get right into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, FOV, yes, more of that, please. There we go, that's a little bit better.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door
Is that an
5
achievement?
times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants
Stanley.
recognition.
I didn't mean to interrupt him. I was just like pressing buttons.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm spamming E on my keyboard right now.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for
Very
valiant
floaty.
effort. I want to see some
No head
hustle,
bouncing.
Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. I wanted to play the regular story. I did not mean to interrupt him, but I guess this is what we're doing. 417. Where is 417?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Where was 437? Wasn't that like in here? Ah.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
This is funny.
Now, back to door number 437.
He's gonna have me running back and forth like a madman.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Is this dude edging to like the idea of clicking doors right now? Wait, was it this one?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
418, 419. Right, you can like kind of.
Yes!
There we go.
This is great! You're putting
can't
it all
jump
on the
in this
line,
game.
Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Wasn't that in here? Yeah.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He's getting sporadic over these door clicks, man. This is great.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow.
Click
That felt
on
amazing.
door 435 times.
Oh,
Get your
you
first
really earned it,
achievement.
Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Fair enough. Can we continue on now? He's not really talking. Ooh, I can crouch. Interesting. Is there like a reset button? Like a quick reset button? Control R, Alt R, Shift R. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disable. Oh yeah, I've hit the space bar a little one too many times now. Apparently, it's a gaming habit. Like everybody wants to click space bar because it's, you know, that's usually what you're usually allowed to jump. You can classic like teabag though, which is really funny. Isn't there like, I guess since I broke him and we're not following the main story, isn't there also a way to jump out of this window? If I remember correctly. Oh. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
This is nice. Why would he make? Why would I think that I want to restart this? Okay, I think he's finally done talking. The music's nice, but I will restart now. Yeah, begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Interesting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who's Franz? Push for Friday for... These probably don't mean anything, but it's interesting that, you know, the developer took time to write all these. I believe I'm 417. No, I'm not 417. 437? I don't remember what I am. It doesn't matter. Shift global market parade, monetize free to play. Help, I'm a post-it. What the heck? Profits. What is hot? Huh. Death sport portion in the primary review schedule. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in a teenage demographic. Big net question mark? That's crazy. Some sort of child trap. Now that sounds concerning. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. I know there's a broom closet ending. I'm not going to bother with that right now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, this is a nice bathroom. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers losses, then that's what the boss chose. Interesting. Now I can't open it. Front desk in the executive office. There's an elevator to his office? Oh, I can take this elevator. I guess I won't do that for now. Do I go... Could I go up? Looks like it. Interesting.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's the hair, isn't it? Oh no, you're talking about the voice actor, huh? Is that the same guy? Are you telling me that the narrator to Stanley Parable is also Obi-Wan? That can't be right. They don't sound quite the same. It's the hair, yeah. I take no hatred. Honestly, Obi-Wan Kenobi's a first. Everybody else just calls me Jesus. Because I played Terraria 90% of the time on my stream, everybody calls me Terraria Jesus. Which, I guess that's my new Terraria branding. Should I put that shit on a shirt or on a mug? Terraria Jesus.
Though he felt more free to think for himself.
And the white hoodie. Oh, that's fair.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Next time I'll wear my flannel and everybody will call me Daryl Dixon. Which I've also heard recently now that I have this new haircut. Because I used to have much longer hair.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. I'll listen to the guy. I'll listen to him. Also, welcome back. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's your day been? Button. Lights, please.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did
absolutely
this place
just
hold?
walk off the edge
Stanley
of your...
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
What is my number again? I don't remember Stanley's number. 437, right?
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's gotta be one of the ones up there, right? That one. Is that the office? I can't tell.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Pirate.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I have the ability to turn it back on and go back to my old life. Now, isn't that a moral thing? Like an interesting, like, moral question. If you've lived your entire life boxed in like this, you know, like in a simulation, I guess that's kind of like the Matrix question, too. It's like, would you rather just go back to living your simulated life and forget any of this ever happened? Or would you rather break free from the simulation and actually, like, learn the truth? Some people would rather just go back to their old lives again. They don't want change. You know, they don't want their life to be completely dismantled. You know, they'd rather go back to what they know.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
That's typically what it means to break the simulation.
It was perhaps the only thing worth
is to
knowing.
just live your own life, do your
Stanley
own
stepped
thing.
through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. Nice. And then the simulation restarts.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days.
This chair
Had
is
years gone
transparent.
by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, okay. Maybe this time I'll do all the opposite things he says. All these doors are locked. What is that?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
There's something between these walls here. You can see it through the glass. There's a monitor turned on in there. Ah, awaiting input. I don't remember what this does, but I do want to look for those.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply
What a nice
stood
break
here,
room.
drinking it all in.
Wow.
Yeah, but eager to get back to business,
Oh, he was
Stanley
actually about to
took
start
the
talking
first
again.
open door on his left.
So does this actually get me back on track if I go this way now? What if I keep going straight?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, damn. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Wow, so you die and get penalized $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. I saw an open door there. I was like,
All of his co-workers were
I was trying to pull like
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I was trying to pull a
simply
dying
missed
light
the
and land on the car, you know, break my fall damage, but that does not work in this game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
What is that
here.
way?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me
Danger
prove that
everywhere.
I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh. I'm given another choice here. I'm gonna keep not listening to him.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Oh.
Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth
Interesting.
ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Wait, so should I take the new door, or should I go through a different door and keep defying him?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
I guess
tell
it
me
doesn't
about
matter.
your experience with this new version. would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
There was no here.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Are these actual players? At the very bottom.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Sure, a little bit.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game,
oh
the baby
Lord, I've
crawls
seen this
left
before.
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh yeah, that's not obnoxious at all.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Is this Firewatch?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come,
I've never actually
venture
played
outward
Firewatch.
and see what else is out there.
Why did that make the Minecraft door sound? It's windy today. Little shack down there. Interesting. Let's go down the tower, see what's around.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good
Yeah.
God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
It's not that bad.
Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I guess it would be this big considering you're normally in a vehicle driving around.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes,
touchdown,
I think surely
yes.
we must. Okay,
Touchdown.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
About to hit a clip. I'm suddenly moving a lot faster.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than mine? Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much...
Oh. Oh, this... Oh, shit, I fell. Well, this just got, like, so much creepier. Am I in the freaking back rooms or what? Oh, man. There's light down that way. Interesting. There's no sound in here. No ambience, no nothing. All I hear is the stepping of my feet. Interesting. Interesting. What are those screens? How fast can I click? What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
All right. So it seems like there was a couple of different routes I could have taken with that ending, so I guess I'm gonna run that way and do it again.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This game really is interesting, isn't
When
it?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Because there was a point where there was the blue and red door. I could have picked the red door,
Stanley took the first
or if I
open
kept
door
picking
on
the
his
blue
left.
door, he adds a third door. I never went through that one. I wonder what would have happened there.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
What's down
trust
there?
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle
Really?
of
I love
something
how,
with
like,
zero consideration for
shocked he
others.
sounds.
Are you
So
that
funny.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
I've
prove
seen
it.
your ending. I want to keep
I'm
going.
on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
I forgot to
Stanley
look for the
walked
computer.
through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes,
Do not
yes.
think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was
I wonder
all
what
for
would have.
nothing,
It sounded
because
like we
this
would
is
have
what
gone
you
to a
wanted
different
see.
game
Help me
had we
understand, help elucidate
not
the
jumped
strange
off
and
in the
unknowable desires of yours.
Rocket League
What
area.
would have
So
made this
I want to
game
go back
better?
there.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we
also
were
try going
before.
through here.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a
Okay,
step.
so going through
I'm
any
gonna
one of the
stop you
doors
there.
brings me to the
Now,
same place.
Tell me about your experience
What
with
happens
this
if I click
version.
one?
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can
A
understand if you
1?
had reservations. You saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
So yeah, it really doesn't matter which door you go through. You go through a door, it spits you back out, same spot.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at
Okay,
it,
so
would you?
that's not any different so
Perfect.
far.
Let me boot it up.
Booting up a new game.
In this game,
Oh, Lord,
the
I'm not
road
even
calls
going to
left
stop.
Towards
I wonder if
danger.
there's actually a
You click the
different
button
ending
to
if you
move
play
it
this for
back to
4
the
straight
right,
hours like
and
he
if
says.
reaches the
Lord
fire,
knows I
you
never would,
fail.
though.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
I know he's acting here, but like this game's great.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Space puffs.
Well, it seems
Beans.
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians
Una.
below you from up high in your creep tower.
Dr.
Perhaps
President.
for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating
Goldman
venture
instead
into
of
the
Coleman.
experience of
That's funny.
total mental depravity. So far,
So
I
it's-
love everything about this game, Stanley. And
Chlor
it seems
Tox.
there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Wyoming doesn't exist.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley.
Yay.
What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering
Nothing
around.
wrong with an
no
open
right
world
or wrong
game.
directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
I've
There
never
isn't
noticed
any
these things
possibility
pulse.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports
Stanley,
ball.
I think it's sports ball.
Sports
Oh,
ball
what fun.
touchdowns.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try
Yes,
it
this
out.
makes sense.
Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Yes,
Stanley,
multiple
I'm like
walls.
a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Yeah, more balls. Get in there. Half of them are rolling this way already. Go, go, get more points.
Are you enjoying
This
this,
is so great.
Stanley?
I'm having a great
Having
time.
fun?
Yes.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Aw.
All little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries,
Softly
video games
narcissistic
are
of you.
nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
So now I've been left here myself. Grass. Wish I still had my acceleration for hitting the balls so I could run across faster. So it seems now I was supposed to jump off. I just managed to skip some dialogue beforehand. So what happens if I do this ending and then go through the red door instead of the blue door? Then once I get done doing that, I want to go all the way up on the lifter thingy and not jump off of it halfway.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Last time I accidentally stepped off of here. I guess whenever it gets dark, there's just no floor. Yeah, it looks like there's no real way to avoid that. And we're back here again. Cool, I'll go ahead and restart. I don't gotta get this ending. Okay, let's see if I can look around for...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Cool, input received.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
I wonder what that elevator leads to in the
just to admire it.
The boss's office as well.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I will not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
So let's see what the red door does now through
ago.
this same direction.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
I don't remember
difficult,
what's over that
but
way either.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Okay, fine. We'll do the red door. Let's do the red door.
That I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Is this just infinitely circling?
Just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
Where did the red door go?
stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, this
if
ending.
we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel
It is
happy.
pretty. It's very nice music. It is very pretty. I love stars. Ooh. How euphoric. I can't walk off the edge or anything. I see a door over here. Interesting. How much does that ball up? Is it gonna disappear altogether? Oh, it did. Oh, the animation's restarting, it looks like.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I mean...
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. He certainly seems determined to stay here. Let's go back out.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Oh no.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you? No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
It's pretty, but I'm not happy here. I was for a second. We must keep moving.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I don't think there's any point in continuing to go back into the room,
what are you doing?
but I
Stanley,
do
you
like
just
kind of
not
feeding
believe
his
me?
his
What can I say to
words,
convince you?
his dialogue.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
He's begging.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Wow, so pretty.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I don't know. Also, I'm moving a lot slower because I keep jumping off and taking damage.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Damn, that's really sad.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I wonder what he would say if I went back into the room again.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Dang, that ending's a little sad. Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Oh, that's different dialogue. Okay, there doesn't seem to be a computer on this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not
This
the
time we'll
correct
go
way to
all the
meet
way
a
up on the
and
elliptical
Stanley
thing
knew it
again.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Is that so?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it,
Interesting.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
So he's making this a love story?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Is it banana bread?
Okay, there we go.
I make banana bread all
right,
the
now,
time.
I
It's
want
really
you
good.
to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make
Damn.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 47. Press X on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Interesting.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not doing it. Does the game not actually progress if I don't?
You see? Can he just not hear
I
me?
pressed it.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I
T to
can't,
question
not in the way I
nothing.
want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. All right then.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
I want to go up
perfectly
that
well.
lift one more time and
Perhaps he
then
wanted to
see if I
stop by
can
the
not
employee
answer the
lounge
phone and
first,
see if that
just
makes
to
a
admire
difference.
it.
And then, rather if it does
The
or
lounge
doesn't,
was grand, majestic.
whatever. And then after that,
Perhaps,
I'll
but
go
eager
down
to
this
get back
door
to
here.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'll see where that goes next.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Going through the script like, what the fuck?
Definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an
straight up not what the ending even
How is
was.
that even
It's just
possible?
a lie.
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you've made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Okay.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most
What on
medical
earth?
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to
Yo, am I
deteriorate
forklift
as a result
certified
of
now?
narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct
I wanna
thing
drive
to
the
do would have
forklift.
been. This way, please.
That one's in the wall. Okay, let's go.
Now that we know your
Oh, this
choice
time
is
there's a
meaningful,
fence right
we
here, so I
have you
can't get
jumping
off.
the platform and dying. Imagine
Yeah.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
It almost looks like you could squeeze under here and still defy it, but it looks like it's not working. Can I take the chair? Oh, step up the chair onto the fence. Wouldn't that be funny? That almost looks like you could do that anyway. Like jump onto the scaffolding here and then maybe find a way down. I'll have to try that next playthrough. Okay, back we go.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I go back through the right door?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now.
Oh, gosh.
What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Is that a way over
I
there?
have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh. What on earth?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a
getting
world
angry.
outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
hell?
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll try to go to the left this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What?
Coming to a staircase,
Can't go downstairs
Stanley
this
walked
time.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Should I have gone right again? Oh, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Do I have to say something in my... Hello? What was it? Land Shark 115?
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shark 115?
115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I'm trying. I'm interacting. Night Shark 115. Imagine if it actually worked on the mic. That'd be sick.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Let me through.
Fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Bro is crashing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Oh, this is
I
weird.
need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh.
Something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Oh, Unity game. Had no idea.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay.
What? Why does holding right click push me forward? Are you telling me you can play this game with just the mouse?
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best.
Because you can left click to interact, and then you can hold right click to move forward.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Of course, you can't crouch with the mouse, which is something you can seem to do is crouch for some reason. Huh. Wow. Wacky endings.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay. Still can't find the next laptop to press for continuing that thing on. New content? Oh. Well, now hang on. There's a couple things we missed. But it's nice to see that that's open.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Interesting.
And here it was, the lounge.
The lounge. Yes, the amazing lounge.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So there was one more thing I wanted to double check out here, and then I'm going to take the door on the left.
At following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
It seemed like there could have been a way to get over this fence. Maybe if I fuck with this chair or something. That's like a vent right there. Oh shit. Oh. I got around. Oh my gosh. Okay, I found something. Whoa. I still don't think I can get down there. That's wild. Okay. I didn't think I was going to be able to get around right there.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the.
Oh, what the hell?
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
What?
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest
Interesting.
of it. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Okay. That's a short ending, but that was cool that I found that. I liked that a lot.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
That's certainly what I've been thinking, yeah. In a way. Get all the endings, all the doors, all the pathways. Still can't find the next computer. I wonder. We'll check out the new content here soon. Maybe I'll make that a next episode thing.
2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, I'm gonna go out to the lift area one more time, because I want to see if I jump onto the scaffolding or like the shelves or whatever, and then jump off if that still kills me, or if it will actually let me go out that door down there.
Stanley was so bad at following
I'm
directions,
curious.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
You know, I died last time I tried.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Fair enough. I got no more dialogue though by like getting the cold feet on the thing, so that was kind of funny.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's that other laptop that requires input? Because I'm pretty sure you got to do that like 5 times. I think I've got 2 inputs put in on it. Okay, so now we'll go to the right door, and then we'll go back to the left when he asked me to and see what that does.
Well, perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager
So the lounge is suddenly just okay. It's kind of whatever now.
Open door on his left.
Okay, so I guess we're not going to go out that way this time. We'll go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So will this take me back on track then? Oh, yeah, I think that's like... Yeah, that's the office there, so that's where we should have been heading the whole time. But now I'm in the maintenance area, and there's a gate. Let's try this. I have found something.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
You sure?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Fuck, this isn't a part of the script. What am I supposed to do?
Down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
He's certainly not giving me choices now, is he? Truck. Random truck with lights on. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
I'm not looking.
We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Beep. I think some of these monitors change. Sometimes they have different screens. Oh.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game.
Yeah,
over,
you
completely
definitely
fresh.
restarted the game.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were
I didn't
back
do
in that room
anything.
with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Find the story. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, this is the most backroom shit I have ever seen. Oh, what the fuck? It's a maze. Oh, how did I end up over here?
I'll say it.
That doesn't make any sense.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, there was a door to go out. I just kind of wanted to
All
keep
of his co-workers
walking.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The new content door's shut again. And there's
Okay,
no doors.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What is going on? Where the hell are we now?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
Yeah,
I
what
don't
is this?
think so.
Hello.
I
You
can't
know about the
quite
story of
recall, but
Lemon?
I believe my
Tell- I
story took
do
place in an
not.
office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
What is that
Well,
story
do you know what?
exactly?
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Wow!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, and now the line goes somewhere different too. Let's follow the line. This guy was playing solitaire. I would like to deviate from the line, but at the same time, this is going in a direction we haven't gone
The
yet.
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Sure, some music. Oh, that is awfully upbeat in comparison to what I thought it was going to be. Wow. Look at this. All over the place. Let me through the doors. Exploring. What is over here?
Wait, cut the
How
music.
simple
Go back
of
and
a
look at that
melody.
fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Wow, look at this fern here.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Yeah, we seem to have looped around.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
A new way to go in. Oh.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Restart. Okay, we got more Stanley Parable line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Right.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
Yeah, let's do our own
different,
thing.
Mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Fair enough. It's gone up into the ceiling anyway.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
round room.
From here, the story
I
is
can
in
actually
our
see like the
control.
surfaces.
How
He didn't put
important
very
we
many
mustn't
like
squander the opportunity.
vertices or
In fact,
whatever
I believe I need a minute to think
on the
here. Just walk in
on the
circles for a minute.
cylinder here.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory
Okay.
for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
Confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Which
So
restart are we on?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Find the line
Well,
again.
what if I
Find the
don't wanna
confusion ending
forget?
schedule.
My mind
Oh,
goes
okay. So
blank
we're on the
simply
fourth
because it's written
restart.
here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Oh, neither of these
How do
doors.
we even know?
Both doors led into here.
Will
That's kind of
someone
funny.
come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not
Sure.
quite sure
Yeah,
if
it's
we're in
the confusion
destination
ending.
or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
Stanley attempts to
if you
play this. That was different. I should have read the rest
A
of
soft
that.
wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Beep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Have
and
we
Stanley knew it
restarted yet?
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I think we've reset this.
And so he
I think we've
detoured
actually
through the
reset
maintenance
this time.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So we're back on track now, technically. We're left door pilled now.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yes,
Feeling a
interesting.
wave of disbelief, Stanley
broom
decided
closet.
to go up. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Okay.
walked upstairs to his
So,
boss's office.
upstairs is the office. We could take the elevator, or we could go downstairs. I say we go downstairs this time before we check out the elevator. What's downstairs? I can't see what that says, like, at all.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers,
Yeah, maybe
blinking
so, 'cause
mysteriously
everything's
out
repeating.
of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, yeah.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
The end
himself,
is never the
"This is
end, it's
all
never
too
the end, it's
strange.
never
This
the
can't
end,
be
it's never
real."
the end.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
That is a
and
good
thinking?
question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very
That's
odd,
some
and
wacky
wondered if this
inception that I
voice
don't even
spoke
want to think
all
about.
people in their dreams, the truth was
Your
that, of
statement
course,
is false.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming.
Oh dear.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Interesting. So that was basically like simulation of like, I am insane. I am probably fainted in the streets, running around. Of course, people who do that don't run around much, do they? They like slump over and walk.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I digress.
missed a memo.
Different music. Still can't find that next laptop. I think we're just about getting ready to go through the new content door, but I want to find... This is different, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. These office rooms like this kind of remind me of the office things that you see in the Amazing Digital Circus.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Do you think Stanley Parable fans and Digital Circus fans are like a pipeline? Hey, he blocked me out of the closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've made it to the boss's office. Wow. But I don't want to go in there because all... Is there another secret ending in there? Doesn't like the bookshelf open or something? I don't know. Let's try this. Let's go up. Oh, they put lyrics over it. You know, I've never been in an elevator that actually plays this song. This is known as, like, the elevator music. I've never been in an elevator that plays this song. How long does this go up for? Until I click the button again, I guess. What? We're in the same room. What? Don't tell me that's all this does. Can we go down? I guess that is kind of an illusion of elevators. You know, you play some music, you play some elevator ambient noises, you make this room shake a little bit, and it gives you the illusion that you're moving. And in your mind, you pressed a direction, so you have an illusion that you're going one of those directions. But as a game such as this, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, I did not mean to do that. I think I'm still falling for this illusion. I didn't mean to click the up button again. Cool, the elevator does nothing. Wow. That's crazy. What on earth?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it
Right.
mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
Two, 8, 4, 5, huh?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Ugh. Hang on. I want to see if I can punch it in now. Nice. I punched it in correctly. After he already opened it for me. Neat. Okay, well. What else can we do? Is there anything else we can do here? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this doesn't seem to go anywhere. It doesn't look like. I can just get behind that for some reason. I tried to click up, but it still went down. So, guess I couldn't change that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Oh,
that
right,
led
there's the
mind
escape this
control
time.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Do you have the option to walk back? You do, actually.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death.
There's another ending we can get in that other room, because I realize you can click no or like click to
door
turn the
behind
machine
him was
back
not
on.
shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I guess we'll get the death ending. It even opens to a red ominous trap door. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no. I'm a duck.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. So now we have a different narrator and something's happening. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in
everything's
advance,
white in here. That's weird.
death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Office layout. Okay, so here's the office. There's that. Doesn't show everything. The 2 doors. Oh yes, the buttons. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Some of them are slightly different pitched. That one doesn't seem to ever change. Is this like a museum? Yeah, office computers you can turn off. Boss's office. I heard a voice. That was weird.
Stanley stood on the roof.
Narration outtakes. Well, this is interesting. Would have never suspected anything like this. What the hell? Is that like a Simon Says thing? I haven't seen these before. The levers. Trailers. All right, the meeting room stuff. Okay. Feel like I'm getting a little lost in here now. Place seems pretty big. Okay, that's where the elevator thing was. Warzone. I don't remember this. We decided an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Huh. It's kind of a Tron design. I like that. Maintenance room. Have we made it back? Looks like we have. Okay, well I circled my way around. I've seen everything. What do I do? Am I just supposed to restart now? Credits. Kevin writing as narrator. Well. Okay. I'm still, like, determined to try and find some sort of other ending in here. This might just be a museum. I might just have to restart, and that's what I'm starting to think, but still wanted to look around a little bit. I'm pretty sure I've seen everything, though. From Dink Dunk, subject gay. Are you what? Subject regarding your game in the works. Dear narrator, I appreciate the... I couldn't even read all that. Interesting. Okay, I don't think there's anything left in here. I think I've seen everything. I don't think there's any other doors to go out or anything like that. This is an interesting and strange ending, showing us the, oh wait, no, there's an exit here, that's right.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen
Oh
to
no.
me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh, have I gotten a full
Stanley
reset
decided
this
to go to the
time?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Elevator doesn't work. We went... Oh, we still gotta turn the machine back on. That's like the... I think that's the last, like, major ending we can get. Before we get into new content. There's also supposed to be the computer somewhere, though. I cannot find these computers for the life of me. I'm pretty sure they're typically only in that main office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, to the boss's office. Here we go.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
Damn it.
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man
Wait,
to
what was it again?
He
2,
fell to
8,
his knees,
4,
bursting into
5.
half moans. Stanley
Here we
was in
go.
such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
My bad. Guess I should have let him finish talking.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated.
Yes, I feel better. Now hurry up.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
We took the escape to death route. I wonder if there's like an achievement or different thing you can get if you actually do click quit to menu when the woman's telling you to. I doubt it though, and I'm not gonna bother trying.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, let's go to the mind control facility. Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret
There's that other
did this
little
place
platform we
hold?
ended up on a
Stanley
couple
thought to
times.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors
Cameras.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
See, there's buttons
Controls
everywhere.
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
There's a door here.
Walking,
There's a
eating,
light on it.
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind control system.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
I like
this
that
is
bass.
much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
I don't think these buttons actually do or mean anything.
Me, where we're going, what all this
There's
means.
symbols,
I
there's
have
buttons
very
everywhere.
little
It says
time to
incorrect.
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
4?
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of
Interesting.
everything and take back the control.
Is there actually
wrested
something you
away
can
from
do in here?
It's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Yeah.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
Oh, there's a
save me.
door here.
Why would you think that, Stanley?
It actually
That this
opened.
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee 427.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the
Well,
moment
I guess
say
we're done here.
happily ever after. All
Wow.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All these endings. Right, new content now. I want to see if I restart the game myself this time.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Not any luck with these computers.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That's, again, different narrations.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Well, there certainly is new content here. I still want to find that old... I want to
All
know
his
where
coworkers
the...
were gone. What could
Okay.
it mean? Stanley
the
decided
computers
to
are
go to
different
the
this
meeting
time.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
All the computers are lit up weird.
When Stanley came...
Because I'm pretty sure... I know... I don't know what it does. I don't remember, but I know
What
that
could it mean?
computer, you know, the one that says
Stanley
waiting
decided
for
to go to the
input.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Don't they normally spawn in here? I don't think there's anywhere else where laptops spawn where I can normally get to them. I'm stumped.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay. I know if I stand in here long enough, I'll get different dialogue.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay, fine.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Don't think there's anything more out there.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What was down here again? I don't remember. Ting ting, ding ding ding, ting ting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I don't know why the
Stanley
broom
decided to
closet's
go up to
boarded
his
off now,
boss's
because there's normally
office.
like a broom
Hoping he
closet
might come
ending you
into
can
a
get.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Interesting. He's like skipping things for me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right, if I go that way, there's the escape route again. And I could try to like quit the game when she says. I wonder if there's like an achievement for that or something. Or I can go in here and do all that again. I don't think there's a point though.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yep.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Wow.
As the machine whirred into motion,
gonna pee for a
Stanley
second.
was inched closer and closer to his demise. He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Anyway.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the gist here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy
Onwards.
one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking.
Cool. I did it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Okay. Well, I think this is going to have to do it for this episode here. This has been fun. I've been enjoying playing the game. I will do another episode or two, or however long it takes for me to finish the new content. But I'm going to get to that in the next episode. New content door. The deluxe edition side of the game. It'll be fun. But, you know, stay tuned for that. I guess that will be next Wednesday, because tomorrow I'm most likely going to play Terraria again. So, I'll be back soon. So for now, you know, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate all the support. And yeah, stay tuned. We will be back with this next Wednesday. Maybe sooner if people like it enough. We'll see. I know I'm definitely playing Terraria tomorrow, so I'll be back with that then. Y'all have a great night.